What's going on YouTube? Is Tedawuga. Just wanted to make a video on how to install and run Mame32. Mame, M-A-M-E, which stands for Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator, and this allows you to play all the classic arcade games right on your PC. Well, most of the arcade games. There's a number of different sites that you can use to download it, but I prefer to go to romnation.net. Let's see here. Now when you go to romnation.net, first, before you need to play games on it, you need to download the emulator. So you go on the emulator tab, click that open, and then as you can see there's a number of different emulators, and I haven't tried a lot of them, but the one I did try was Mame. Then you go to, there's several different ones. You want to download the I downloaded the Mame version 103 for Windows, which is 7.34 megabytes. So you download that, you get that onto your computer, and once you get that, I already downloaded it, so you go into your documents or wherever you downloaded it, and then open up your Mame folder. Right here you'll get this icon. You click that open, then this is the main menu screen when you open it. Once you're on this screen, you can see all the ROMs that you can, all the arcade games that you can play, and about 90% of them work. I've found issues with certain games, but once you have this, you see where it says, for instance, well, let me go to a game that I got the original Mortal Kombat, which was a kid favorite of mine. Where'd it go? There's a ton of games that you can download. Okay. There it is. Mortal Kombat, where it says Rev 5.0 T Unit 31993, whatever that is. You have to look for that particular file when you go back. Let's say that's the game that you want to play, you go back to romnation.net, and then you go to the ROMs tab, then you go to Mame ROMs, then you look for your letter of the game that you're looking for, scroll down, Mortal Kombat 5.0 whatever. Just 15 point. There's a lot of games that are like that are kilobytes, like 28 kilobytes, whatever. Those are the games that generally don't work. The games that work are usually in megabytes, unless, I don't know. That's what I've seen. You download that, and when you download it, it'll download as like a zip file. You don't need to do anything with that zip file. The only thing you got to do is you don't need to unzip it or anything like that. Just take that file, then when you go into your main Mame folder, you'll see a ROMs subfolder. You gotta click and drag all the files that you download into here. So these are the ones that I downloaded. So you got Mortal Kombat, MK, I got Rampage, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Turbo Edition, The Simpsons, 4-player arcade, and the X-Men arcade. Those were kid favorites of mine. But as you can see, when I download them, I just drag them into the ROM folder. And then from there, we can close this out. We don't need this anymore. From there, you just double click, press any key. There it is. Ho 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 ho! The original Mortal Kombat. And it is original. So for the controls, they're kind of confusing at first. You have to click 5 for player 1 coin insert. So if I hit 5, you see how I'm getting all those credits? And then you got to hit 1 to start the game, which is pretty much your start button. You can also use the keyboard to play, but that's practically impossible for a game like this. So I figured out the genius of MAME. It actually lets you use your Xbox controller on it. So you can configure your buttons and everything. The graphics are good. Everything is just as I remember it, which is pretty awesome. And then you just press escape. To get your Xbox controller to work on it, it took me a while to actually figure this out. I'm going to let you guys know easy. You go to Options up on the MAME folder, go to Default Game Options, and then right here there's a controller tab. You gotta click this box and you enable your joystick. Once you do that, let me go back into the game. Once you enabled your joystick, you got to configure your buttons. Now this was really tricky also, but I'm going to let you guys in on the button scheme on what to do. Just cause I'm pimp like that, nigga. Alright, so once you're in the game, all you got to press is your tab key. Once you hit tab, you get this box to come up. You press the input. Let me lower that a little bit. You get input, and then you get player 1 controls, player 2 controls, player 3. So you can hook up 4 Xbox 360 controllers and play 4-player X-Men just like the arcade. But you got to configure all your buttons. The button scheme that I chose was pretty much standard for Mortal Kombat, and it actually works perfectly for Street Fighter, for any other game also, so pretty cool. You go to player 1 controls, press enter, then you start from the top. Whatever buttons that you want to configure it for, like for up, you press enter and then press up on your D-pad, and down, left, right, so forth. Then you skip all the way down, you go to button 1. See that? This is the configuration to have the normal Mortal Kombat button scheme, which is high punch, high kick, low kick, and your L and R buttons are your block buttons, and then you move around with this. But this is what you need to do. Button 1 needs to be set at 2. Just jot this down. It's 2 4 3 0 1 5. So button 1 is 4, button 1 is 2, button 2 is 4, button 3 is 3, button 4 is 0, button 5 is 1, button 6 is 5. Really easy. Then once you're done with that, you just press tab and you're in your game. Insert some quarters. Ooh. Sub-Zero. I love this shit. They don't make games like they used to. It's kind of hard playing one-handed. But all the blood is there, it's all good.